Alrighty then. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome, one and all. Where's my Sandpoint? There we go. Boop. Yeah. Good morning, everyone, and how are we all doing? I hope you guys are doing well. My name is Michael. I'm the Jealousy Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, the 7 Dooms for Sandpoint, the adventure set in the Varisian coasts in the small and quaint town of Sandpoint, featuring these wonderful and amazing Patreons who come and support my channel, allow me to keep the lights on, and do all the cool, fun, and amazing things we do here at the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. Guys, say hello to the folks at home.
Hello,
Hi.
everyone.
Yeah, it's so good to see your smiling faces and ready for gaming. Now, before we kick off today, of course, I would like to remind everyone that 'tis the Christmas season, or the whatever festive season you happen to celebrate this time of year. And, of course, during this period of time, some people have highs, some people have lows. No matter where you happen to be or what you happen to be doing, I want to be sending all of my best wishes and all of the love that I can to you guys and your families in this particular time. No more or less than I would any other time of the year, but just I feel like sometimes we need to hear it a little bit extra as everyone prepares the mad dash towards the festive season. So yes, wherever you are and however you celebrate, please, of course, stay safe and stay kind and stay loving, and remember to share the goodwill of the season with those around you. Yes. Now, before we begin, of course, we have some people to thank. That is, of course, our sponsors, the people who allow us to continue doing this cool, crazy, and amazing thing that we do here on Twitch. First of all, we have none other than Hero Forge for the wonderful art you see on screen here. These amazing 3D model making software allows you to create not only these really cool and amazingly custom characters, but also have them shipped to you anywhere in the world. I think you might be a little bit late to try and hit Christmas on any purchase that you are trying to make, but nonetheless, they're still cool and they're still worth getting. And hey, you know, if you want a Boxing Day present, it might make it. You know, maybe, you know, we'll see. But if you are a 3D printer yourself, it is never too late to buy yourself some STLs and get printing yourself on some of these cool and amazingly customizable minis. So yeah, go check that out. Then, of course, we have Sirenscape for the wonderful sound effects that you hear over the course of the session. We have an entire sound set that is dedicated to the 7 Dooms of Sandpoint adventure, whether it's the sound of the Sandpoint Cathedral, and creating an ambient soundscape for... There we go. For our heroes arriving and dealing with the priest, Father Xantus, or whether the spooky noises of the ritual that allowed the rise of Nualia, the ghostly enemy of the town, so that our heroes might be able to try and help her pass into the boneyard and return to the realm of the dead with a slightly more cleared conscience after receiving forgiveness from the town. All these ambient sounds and many, many more are available at the touch of a fingertip. So yeah, go and check out Sirenscape. Then we have, of course, our lovely VTT Fantasy Grounds that allows us to, you know, basically just play the game that we love and not have to hyper-focus on all the rules and the nitty-gritty stuff. A ton of stuff is automated and allows us to just enjoy all the cool and awesome stuff that the game provides, with none of the messy, tangled web of trying to keep a billion notes and siphon through a billion books. So yeah, let Fantasy Grounds do all the heavy lifting for you. Was why not? Hey, Grizz, yes, indeed, there are 3 missing people today. But, of course, let's talk about that right now, because our heroes that are here today are, of course, my wonderful players that are going to tell us about themselves and the characters that they're going to be using for today's session. We are kind of sidestepping because today's story was supposed to be involved with Ziak, the character played by Rock. So everything here today is an emergency improv. So, if it sucks, that's because you don't get it. It's my art, and you don't understand it. And I echoed because my phone's over there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, cool. Julia, take it away.
Yes. So I'm playing the elf Cinderio, the devout worshipper of the fire god herself, Cyrene. Even though she has suffered extensive burns and has somehow managed to put up with the loving town, which includes people like Peyton that you'll meet in a second, which probably explains her endless patience and ongoing love for the children that she tries to keep in contact with to keep her grounded.
Amazing. Next up, we have playing the role of Westonson, our dear friend of Arian.
Hello, I'm Arian CA. I am playing the role of Westonson, a booze-slinging dwarven guard from neighboring town who has wandered off his life trail and wound up in Sandpoint and has gotten swept up in the events in a potentially misthought plan of self-redemption. Or he's just going to burn the town down. Haven't figured out which one it is yet.
Fair, fair. And last but not least, we have Neil from Immersion Diversion playing the role of Peyton.
Yes, Peyton. He is a human rogue, a strength rogue. He kind of, in his life, has just kind of helped the town of Peyton, the town of Sandpoint, just because it's where he grew up.
Yeah. Secretly
And,
trying to create his own town.
Yes,
It's like made of these 3 neighborhoods of Sandpoint. Welcome to Peyton.
Every time the
Welcome
town
to
council
Peyton
gets
Town.
together, there's a petition to
Paytown.
rename the town.
It's Paytown now. He used to be a bartender over at the Hagfish, at the was it the Hagfish Inn? And he's just now kind of being he's just kind of deciding to try and just protect Sandpoint, since being a bartender didn't work out. So yeah.
All right. Now we do have a few individuals who aren't here. We have Titus, played by Sean, who is our Azarketi Nephilim sorcerer. We then have Ziak, our monster hunting Kolo, who is a thaumaturgist, and we have Navanda, our human ranger, who is played by Matt from All Things Fantasy. Unfortunately, these individuals have a ton of stuff on today. Matt is unfortunately a little unwell, so we send all of our best and all of our love, and of course want them to have the best of times and feel better, of course. So hopefully we'll get to see all of the cool things when they return. As for today, as I mentioned, everything is emergency improv. So as such, today is going to be very interesting because we are going to be even more inclusive with our RPG session than we normally are. First of all, we have a number of ways for you guys in the chat to interact with the game while we play. Channel points can be used at any point in time to petition the DM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, roll with advantage, inspiration, insight, a whole bunch of cool stuff there. So just watch the show, earn channel points, and use them for any of my player tables that you so desire. And of course, we have, for those of you who wish to help Dag in this Christmas season with his survival checks, then of course there are some more tangible rewards for their monetary donation. For $5, you can donate for one of these red marks for a player of your choice, or a purple mark for me. These are hero points and jinx points. Hero points can be used to stave off death, petition the DM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, and roll with advantage. Jinx points can be used to counteract hero points, have bad guys roll with advantage, or complicate matters very minorly. For $10, I will draw from one of 2 decks of cards in front of me. The first deck is a deck of plot twists and flashbacks. These are story prompts that I will try to weave into the story of today. Pretty much just ad lib and see how we manage, and they can be a lot of fun. We also have a deck of heroic actions. These are very similar to hero points in that not only do they serve as hero points, but also provide a free one-use action that our players can use to get themselves out of a jam. So the player of your choice gets a draw from that. For $20, you can give someone the coveted golden natural 20, which of course counts as a natural 20, and usually a pretty sturdy success when our players use it. So yeah, there you go. That's the thing. Then, of course, we have our $50 donation, which is for either a magic item for a player of your choosing, which can be a homebrew item you designed. You can ask me to design a homebrew item, or it can be an item from the player's wish list. Or, alternatively, if you woke up and chose violence this morning, you can use that $50 for a major complication, making a bad guy even worse, making consequences even greater, upping the stakes of a battle, changing the win conditions. There's a million things, but it is a major complication to the boss fights, making the boss incredibly difficult. So, yeah, there you go. Then, of course, we have our $100 secret menu item. Now, the $100 secret menu item was something else, but now it'll be this thing. This thing that I'm going to say right now. Our $100 secret menu item for today. What level is everyone?
6.
6.
Level 6, eh?
They said
Okay. For the secret menu item, our heroes will have to deal with
Trask.
no, not quite a Tarrasque.
Aquatic Trask.
What's a good thing? Ooh,
Look at
maybe.
it, Catfletch.
I definitely have planned this in advance, for sure.
We can tell.
Ooh.
Snobbist.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. All right. Our heroes will have to deal with a marsh giant. Yes. Let me see if I've got a good picture of the marsh giants. There we go.
Can already think of flashbacks for Peyton with his giants thing.
The troll.
Yeah, here we go.
Sorry, at first I
All
heard
right,
mosh
this is a
giant.
marsh giant. One will get lost and wander into the city, and our heroes will have to try and contend with him. You, as the donator for the secret menu item to introduce a boss fight into the middle of this non-boss fight game, will not only get to name the large giant, but you'll also get to determine their motivation. Are they in town for food? Are they in town for revenge against Peyton? Are they in town for a music festival? Whatever the motivation of this giant is, it is entirely yours to decide. I will say that I will not do anything overtly explicit. Or anything, using like kind of major drug use, for example. But other than that, let's just say substance abuse, should I say? But yes. Oh, actually, no. No, actually, there's a brewery in town, so if it wants to like destroy the brewery and get shit-faced, then sure, why not? But other than that, yeah, we don't do substance abuse, so there you go. Oh yeah, and wandering bosses are of course still available. But the wandering boss will be a different boss to this. This is a secret menu item because it is quite overpowered for what my players need to be able to do. So it will be a challenge. Okay, go.
I somehow want this marsh giant to be related to the owlbear that the yellow-hatted guy.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's what I was offering the motivation thing, because if they do follow the motivation,
At that point, it's not revenge against Mike Payton. It's revenge against Neil.
Yeah, it's just revenge against Neil. That's it. The marsh giant just comes after them. Okay. So, guys, without any further ado, welcome one and all to the town of Sandpoint. A quiet little town in the Varisian frontier. Its people are a peaceful people and have endured many different trials and tribulations over the many years that it has been founded, ranging from goblin attacks to dragon assaults to giants kidnapping the people here and many, many more. The people of Sandpoint are not unaccustomed to the turmoils of living in this world of magic and monsters. But our heroes, each with their own story, some having been people who have grown up in Sandpoint, and others who have just come to visit, have found themselves intricately woven in the tapestry of fate that Sandpoint now tells, as a story surrounding an evil that needs to be redeemed. an old enemy of the town and former civilian, Nualia, and her restless spirit needs to be passed on and forgiven so that it may rest in the afterlife. But to do this, the town needs to be convinced that she is worth forgiving. And Father Xantus, the local priest at the Temple of Sandpoint, has asked our heroes to do their best to try and help encourage the town to let go of old grudges, to accept the responsibilities that they had in the hand of creating the very villain that tried to burn the town asunder, and to truly accept forgiveness in their hearts. Well, whether our heroes will be able to do this or not, that will be to decide. But after speaking with the ghost of Noalia, our heroes also learnt another truth. 7 dooms come to Sandpoint. Okay. So, after last week, our heroes managed to defeat a ghoul that had tried to bargain with our heroes in order to allow the ghoul and its family to dine upon the dead that rest within the graveyard in exchange for trying to wrangle and keep the remaining ghouls left by Chieftain Ripnugget out in the surrounding areas. Seeing this deal as unfavorable, to say the least, our heroes turned on the ghoulish negotiator and murdered them. I don't know if you can call it murder, but he's dead. With the matter, at least for now, laid to rest, our hero was then called to a few different locations in town. The first, of course, the local shops, in which our friend Ziak, the monster hunter, managed to make a somewhat romantic connection that was not fruitful. We then went to the town's resident expert in all things Thalassian to learn about several rituals and magic doodads that happened to be lurking in some of the explored areas our heroes had already begun to uncover. And, of course, a clockwork engineer who had found some very curious oddities that he claims may possibly be which he claims there are bits and pieces of them may still be lying around in areas our heroes are exploring. And so, to keep a lookout for them if they wish to make a few extra coin. Now, our heroes journeyed back to the graveyard and deep beneath the city of the Cathedral of Sandpoint, because Brodert Quink, the Thalassian expert, had mentioned that there was a way to potentially repurpose the Hellfire flumes into a transportation system between the pit in the Devil's Plateau, which our heroes are exploring, and Sandpoint. Well, our heroes discovered that the flume itself was not inactive and was not as dormant as they would have liked. As heat began to rise and the town then imperiled, our heroes managed to, through the use of arcane magics, repurpose again the flume and transform it from a engine of destruction to a transportation system. With their success now fresh on their minds, our heroes breathe a sigh of relief and have turned in for the night. Now, wherever you happen to be, can I get a perception check from my table of individuals?
Hell yeah, you can. Oh. Oh.
Okay. Westonson. So, Westonson, where are you sleeping off this evening?
Probably my favorite haunt, the stables.
All right. Nestled amongst several bales of straw, Westonson, you stir and you sort of snort as you turn your head to one side. A large collection of horse manure happens to greet your olfactory senses as you awaken with a start, covering your nose and turning back over to try and return to sleep. As you do so, you look outside and you see a light moving past the stables. Now, the Goblin Squash stables, if memory serves, which it doesn't because I don't have numbers on that map. So, let's see. The Goblin Squash stables are at 38. So that would be here-ish. Okay, there we go. So, heading seemingly eastward is a glowing lantern. It is deadly quiet, but the lantern seems to be moving along with the accompanying footsteps just beyond.
Well, I'll rouse myself up, put my cloak around myself, and head out to follow at a distance. Not trying to be right on their tail, but trying not to lose them.
Okay. Are you trying to stealth, or are you just sort of following them?
Oh, sometimes reputations are useful. I will slightly stagger,
Okay.
stumble every so often on purpose, but not trying to be stealthy, but moving in generally the same direction.
All right.
I'll pull out my now empty flask and every so often speak to it and pretend to take a sip.
All right. The figure you follow looks like this. And as you stagger and make some noise, he quickly turns and attempts to conceal themselves. They duck around the corner to the left. They move with a hasted step. Not so much as to, like, run or flee, but enough to try and lose sight of you as soon as they can.
I'll counter by stumbling forward into the intersection at a little bit of a faster pace.
All right, make
But
another
I'll go
perception check.
More towards the docks.
The docks are the other way.
Oh, the other way. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Docks are to the west. All right.
24.
With a 24. Sorry, that's 6, 8, 18. Yep, okay, yep. You beat the DC. You can see that he is making his way this way. He is kind of ducked behind what looks to be the brewery and is heading towards the water wheel and the lumbering area, kind of just beyond. What do you do?
I'll be giving away my hand if I follow him directly. I will keep my ears peeled and stick more to the road. So I go off the trail of the road, kind of putting my hand along the buildings as if a little bit, drunk, and use the building to as support. And then when I get to the end of the brewery, I'll kind of collapse into that clearing between the set of houses to see if I can keep an eye on where he's going.
Okay.
25.
25? Ooh, nice. Okay, so it's evenly matched. Okay.
Oh, sorry, 20. On a dwarf is 20.
20? Oh,
Dag,
okay.
you've gone offline.
I've gone offline?
You're back now, but yeah, it was
Oh, is this the
temporary.
hiccup?
Weird.
Okay.
The chat didn't report you going. I didn't lose
I
connection to your
I
chat.
had it on. I actually saw it go on my side.
Oh,
At the
okay.
same time.
Am I back? Was it just a hiccup?
I've got you spinning again. Oh no, you're back.
I'm back. Hello. Hi everyone, I'm gonna do this.
Actually, I
Oh. Da, 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 da.
I noticed on a lot of streams today that Twitch was having a buffering issues.
Oh, is it? Can I just get that? I think maybe.
Although Bandicoot said it ended.
Yeah, hit refresh and back. Everyone's seeing me fine. OG says I'm fine. Batari says, yeah, so it must have just been a bit of a thing. That's okay. So to reiterate, just in case it becomes a second stream, Westonson has pursued this mysterious figure that they have seen running through the streets at night, late at night. Westonson originally began a pretense of being kind of drunk and staggering around, but after following this individual who wasn't really kind of keen on the tail that they were getting, has started a full-blown sprint. Westonson is a little slower than this individual, which means he is going to have to push extra hard in order to keep up with this individual. So, with that being said, Westonson, can I get a athletics check from you, please? Let's see. Where's some good chase music?
You know you're in for a good night when you write, where's athletics? Because you read it as aesthetics.
Thank you, Neil.
Sorry.
I mean, normally I do have chase music. Oh, yeah, this will do. All right. The figure begins to move. Rapidly racing and moving.
As I'm pushing to keep up, can I load a sticky shot into my clan pistol? Not my musket.
Here's a good question. You left very suddenly, and you were literally in your pajamas.
Most of that would probably be back.
I would say so, unfortunately. You are running, and you are not keeping up presently. He is dashing from what it looks like past the water wheel here. Now turning back in to the town. Westonson. You, like I said, are having trouble keeping up. He is making distance, but he's still within your line of sight. Is there anything you would like to try, do, explore in order to try and gain on this guy?
Well, I've been here for a year, living out of buildings. Do I know of any shortcuts? Hot fuzz style, by jumping over fences.
Make a society check.
You just crashed through the fence.
18.
18?
At least the rules have been
alright.
somewhat consistent.
They are consistent, but unfortunately not enough. The individual gets even further away. You have officially lost sight of them. I need you to make a perception check to see if you can get back on the trail.
You did not stay in the confines of the chat die. Bad die. 4.
Aw.
Nope, I'm going back to bed. or I'll hear a point that.
You want to hear a point? If it's up to you. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. It is not the easiest thing for you to keep up with this guy.
Well, I also started thinking, I followed him around a corner. And why? He's walking through town with a torch and a covered head. I travel with people that have covered faces and walk through towns with torches.
It's true.
I will try to the best of my ability, ingrain in my memory the height, stature, stance of the person, and I think I'll actually go start working my way back to the stables.
Okay.
If I've now lost the person. Before I do that though, I'll look for footprints or disturbances in the soil and dirt on the road. Actually, start pulling out the
Sure.
guide thing.
Make a survival check. Let's see if you can pick out any
22.
Yeah, you can see tracks. For sure. Yeah, you can definitely see tracks. They lead, from what you can tell, kind of north and then duck sharply to the west. You can probably say that this individual likely is like retreating to the western side of town, but eventually you will lose the trail just because of the traffic in that area.
Yeah, I'm also assuming we'll hit something cobbled. Can I tell? It might be too forensic-y, but can I tell the rough weight of the person by the dig of the footprint? Is he
Definitely
human size and heavy set, or
human size and pretty average set, I'd say.
okay? I'm actually going to pull out my notebook and I'm going to make some scratch notes with some of my charcoal because that probably just fits in pouches and pockets that I wouldn't have abandoned, and head back to the stables because I'm not equipped to handle this fight. If I make it a fight.
I was gonna say a fight, Jesus. Okay.
Hey, city guard. You just assume eventually it's going to lead to fisticuffs.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Kind of like rubbing your head, which is still partially sore from the night of drinking, and turning around, you begin to head back to the stables.
Mm-hmm.
The next morning,
I get up. I go to Not the Hag, the second best tavern. I order myself a plate of grease, and I have one sent to the monk.
the monk. Oh, you mean the NPC monk?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. What is the monk doing in town? The monk is currently...
I believe she was residing at the temple.
Yeah.
Yes, she's at the temple with the other dude.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to support what you want to do. What is the intention here?
Well, the intention is merely rivalry. I mentioned going out for this type of breakfast, and she said Blood Body is a temple.
Yeah,
and
but
Reston's in.
so you're just trolling this woman in a temple with food from a greasy bar.
Yep. It'll eventually stop.
Okay. Roll an intimidation, I guess. It's the closest thing I could think of to an aggravation roll.
26.
Yeah, no, you aggravate her.
Job's done.
Okay.
Instead of my
Not that you'll know,
usual-
but you know.
I'll find out. It's a treat for later. A surprise. I'll actually order a coffee with this breakfast this time.
Okay. You get served a coffee. And from your reputation, it's an Irish coffee. That's the default. They assumed when you asked for a coffee, that's what they presented to you.
I'm gonna do a will save to try to send it back for regular coffee. Natural 20.
Of course.
You send it back. They They look at you. Oh, a regular coffee, Westinson. Okay. They make a regular coffee and they slide it to you. At this point, Cinderial and Peyton, the two of you have had an interesting morning. While you've both woken up and done your daily rituals and the like, you have heard rumors of some sort of strange, like, I suppose, night stalker that's been roaming the streets, clashing around, and causing a bit of a ruckus. There's rumors that it's likely a burglar or someone trying to someone who's like trying to do some maybe some smuggling or maybe some kidnapping. There's a prowler out in the loose, and that people should be careful.
What do you think, Cinderella?
No, you're meeting up with Westinson. This is just what you've heard
Oh, I
along
know.
the way.
I thought we were talking on the way or something. But yeah, okay.
No. We don't need to do
Got
the
it.
talk on the way and then have you get to Westinson and then talk about it again.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Then we waiting for the other three to get back and we talk about it with them. When they arrive in the tavern, I kick the chairs that are around my table. Have a seat.
Right.
You look oddly lively this morning, Weston. Are you okay?
Are you
I was running last night.
sober?
Wait,
Careful, Peyton.
Ooh.
So, yeah, I was sleeping last night, and in the wee hours. Was it just beyond witching, Michael, or?
Probably about 3 a.m. maybe.
A couple of hours before daybreak, saw a fellow individual carrying a lantern walking down the street, being rather coy-like. Decided to stagger after them to see if they were heading somewhere. Lost track of them a couple of blocks over. My guess is human build, medium weight, rough dimensions, dressed entirely in black. No idea what they were doing. Kind of started questioning why I was following them there for a bit. Seemed a little bit suspicious. Although if they were hiding, they had a lantern. So again, I'm not sure why I followed them.
Did you see where they went, or you said you
For
lost
a
them?
little bit. Yeah, they were heading westward, deeper into the city. By the time I lost track. No, have some breakfast.
From Weston's
sure.
general description, does it sound like almost like a uniform that would be semi-known for some of the people in town?
Make a
Or is it
society
too-
check. Dang. Okay, well, with a
Wow.
critical success, it sounds like a beekeeper's uniform.
So we're putting G's and Stratham. Sorry, I had to.
Yes.
That goes well. I'm guessing there's an apiary somewhere in town or nearby.
Yes, in fact, to the northwest of the town, just behind where the barracks is, which is over here, there is a small townhouse that also serves as a apiary as well.
Oh, sounds though you might have been chasing someone that might have just been trying to get home away from you, Weston, if they were heading in that general direction. Sure you didn't spook them?
I very well may have. I'm not exactly renowned for moving quietly. So I did the next best thing and moved noisily.
So,
At which point they
so
might
what
have
I'm
run
hearing
away to stop you.
is this beekeeper minding his own business suddenly had this dwarf power staggering towards him, then chased him through the streets at 3 a.m.
Probably
Sounds
worried
like
that if I
Westonson is
don't
the
get
rumor,
away, I'm
not
going to
the
get thrown
guy.
up on. It does sound odd that he'd be in his full work get-up at 3 o'clock in the morning,
There's no night
It's just
bees.
especially
generally
at the wrong
speaking,
side of
people
town.
don't go wandering out at that time of day unless you're a city guard.
Night
But
bees.
the confusing part about this is
Okay.
normally people that are out at that time period aren't walking down the street carrying a light source.
And don't equally not in full work outfit, especially something like that.
Yeah.
Would you recognize them if we went over there and spoke to the workers?
We could go take a gander, but they were dead dressed and head to toe in complete garb, and it was 3 in the morning. So it was black on black with a light source. I can tell you the
Can you-
build, the height, and that they were human.
But if you had a light source, you'd be illuminated.
Well, from the front, I was behind them.
True. Can you take us to where you lost him?
Oh yeah. So I'll wrap up breakfast. I'll leave the coins on the table for it, and I'll drag these guys off to where I lost track.
Okay.
As we head out at the rain barrel, I'll fill my flask.
Okay. You do so. Your flask filled with water as you make your way towards the eastern bridge. A few people greet you and say good morning. But eventually when you come to the brewery, you are met with a very different sight. One moment while I look up the details for the Sandpoint Brewery so I can tell you about them.
They specialize in craft beer, medium hop, pilsners, and dark rich ones.
Lumber mill.
Wrong details.
Search brewery. There we go. The Two Night Brewery. There we go. The Two Night Brewery is a very, very well-established, brewery. Around town, people say that the spring seasonal beer, known as the Dryad's Kiss, was actually inspired by a true Dryad's Kiss shared by Gavin Deverin, the brewer. The cousin, yeah, there you go, of Mayor Deverin, who you've already met. As you arrive, there is a bit of a commotion. One of the large tankards out the back, the big metal drum-looking thing, seems to have sprung a major leak with raspberry-colored wine pouring in by the gallon out of the hole and running down the side of the pathway and into the waterways. You hear the cursing and swearing. There has to be something to do. Someone go get the blacksmith. He has to be able to patch this up. We're losing so much. People are, again, frantically moving around. Some people have grabbed barrels, like rain barrels, and have basically just like started a chain of trying to like gather as much as they can. But again, it's very little in the grand scale of how much is happening here.
So the wort kettle is, no, this is wine, so it'll be cask. So it's made of metal?
Yeah. It's the fermentation thing, drum, whatever it's called.
So out of curiosity, the private workshop says it comes with a bunch of materials required for crafting. A supply of raw materials. Would that contain things like sheet metal?
Yes.
Westonson, if you like, I got a stream stopped again.
It stopped again?
Yeah. Yep, you just went
Yeah.
offline on mine.
What has happened?
Completely disconnected.
And you're back again.
Back again? That's so
Yeah,
weird.
looks like it.
Buffering.
So, yeah, okay, hold on.
The thing again.
Signal looks fine on my end.
Well,
I
like I said,
refreshed and it's good now.
Okay. All right, well, we'll keep going. So to reiterate, one of the drum barrels at the back of the Two-Night Brewery has burst open. Westonson is trying to make a makeshift wrought iron steel patch to throw it out there. And
I was gonna see
and-
if Westonson need any help because I do have a repair toolkit on me. If you'd like.
Sure. I'll take all the help you can give.
Okay, so I will assist him if I can.
are you trained in craft?
That's something I will have to do at some point, but no, I'm not right now.
You offer absolutely no help whatsoever. But you are there.
I mainly
you were
asked
there
if
in
he wanted my
spirits.
toolkit, but yeah,
You're there in
I'm there in
spirit.
spirit.
Cinderia, what about
That's
you?
something I'll have to get.
She will be effectively part of the crowd helping find suitable barrels and all that sort of stuff, just so you keep supplies going. As
All right, very nice. Okay. A little bit of time passes. Again, this chain gang continues. With the success of your crafting skill, eventually, Westonson, you grab hold and bring the sheet that you have now shaped. You and Peyton kind of have it from both sides, but the pressure that comes from the raspberry mead that is pouring out is preventing you from attaching it. You need to do something to hold back that pressure if you have any hope of sealing it.
The other way to reduce pressure would be a controlled hole in another location. Does it have a? Does the kettle have a drain port?
Does the kettle have a drain port? Roll a percentage.
I was looking for dice.
I mean, yeah, sure. Unfortunately, this
20.
does not.
Oh,
Is there a way inside?
Is there a way inside the kettle?
Or is it like a small thing? Okay, I thought
No,
no, it's
no.
probably.
Sorry, yeah, go on. It
No,
is.
it's going to be quite large.
It
but
is
the
very
fuel
large.
is in it.
Yeah, it is very large. Think of like
okay.
not quite as big as a grain silo, but when I'm saying like it fits people inside of it, think about climbing into a grain silo. Well, don't think about
Okay.
guys. Do not climb into grain silos. Okay. Anyway, my point is,
Or wort kettles.
yeah, or wort kettles. Yeah. So, it's in the same sort of category. It's like a large thing that you could climb into, but probably shouldn't.
Okay. And this was like, was it like a grain or is this liquid coming out of it?
Liquid.
Okay. So the idea I was thinking, if the hole is not big, like as, because I can hold my breath for a pretty long time. I could go in, sit in front of it. You could put the thing up, and then I could get out. So that we no longer, because you said you need pressure on it, but what if the pressure is blocking the hole from inside instead of outside?
That is a remarkably smart idea, Peyton. Do they have a way to open the cap of this thing?
They look over and they say, yeah,
you.
follow me. The I keep thinking Gavin. It is Gavin. Gavin. Runs up the stairs, and as he gets there, he is going to try and open the kettle lid. The moment he does, however, Sindariel, are you still helping with the barrels?
I would have been, yeah.
Okay, I need you to make me a athletics check. As the moment he opens the top of the barrel, the pressure suddenly has a means of freely flowing, and it goes from like pouring out to firing out. Sindariel, you are launched. Just amount of water. What do you do as you are being just torrentially doused?
Stream's gone again.
It's gone again?
Yep.
Oh, god damn it. Okay, hold on one second. I'm just gonna turn off a couple processes here. Okay. I'm gonna turn off my music. I'm gonna turn off this here. Twitch is being rude. It's being very rude.
It's got the sign that you just in the water.
Okay. We're back?
And you're back,
Okay, cool.
yeah.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. So, I've just shut down a couple of things, so we're not gonna have music for the rest of the episode. I mean, it's an hour, so we're good. Sindariel has been struck by a huge torrent of raspberry mead. Sindariel, as the alcohol is pushing you back, what do you do?
So she's pushed against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
The most obvious thing that she would try to do is not to try and push forward, but would try to effectively roll to the side along the wall, or at least put her back to it, so she's got her face on the wall. So at least if it's hitting the back, she's got a little funnel that should be creating a little air pocket that she could potentially breathe through.
Okay, yeah,
So she
that's really smart. All right.
And tries to go sideways.
Okay, yeah, nice. Make an athletics check as you attempt to basically rotate and move your body despite the pressure being placed upon you.
Oh.
All right,
She
with a
tries.
10, you try your best, but again, you just keep you're just now in slightly more of an awkward position as it moves and pushes you back. It's hard, it's difficult.
Can I try to grab the barrel that Scenario is trying to hold up to it, and I try to do it?
No, because you are up with Westonson helping out.
Oh, okay. Sure.
But really quickly, however, we do have from our dear friend McClover, who has just donated a $30 donation. Thank you so much. A heroic action for each of the players in question. So, Sindariel, despite being, not heroic at the moment, give me a number 2, 1 to 5.
4.
All right. Rending Swipe. Play after you make 2 consecutive attacks. You may make a... if you make 2 consecutive strikes, you will then deal persistent damage of 1d6 based on whatever you do. So if you are hitting him with 2 arrows, you will do 1d6 bleed. If you hit it with fire, it'll do 1d6 fire, etc., etc., etc. But it has to be 2 consecutive attacks. So, yeah. Rending Swipe. Neil.
2.
1, 2. Rage and Fury. Play when an ally is knocked unconscious or when you take damage from a critical hit. You gain the benefit of Rage, but are fatigued at the end of combat.
Gotcha.
Westonson.
3.
1, 2, 3. Here we go. Oh, this is actually really good for you. The Impossible Shot. Play when making a ranged attack with either a spell or a strike. Double your range increment of your weapon. Yep, that's it. Double your range increment. Which is good. What's the range increment on your gun?
We'll looking that up right now. 40 feet.
So 80-foot range. It's pretty decent.
As I'm running up, I'll grab a couple of chains to hook into the holes for the rivets in the plate I manufactured.
Okay. You do find it.
When you get up on top, I'm going to drop the plate in, lowering it with the chains, and let the current pull the plate, plug the hole.
All right. I'm going to say that this is quite the acrobatic maneuver and requires a lot of finesse. Let's please make for us a acrobatics check.
I am going to ask Gavin when I get up there to hold the other side of the chain, so the two of us are trying to control it.
Peyton's the one assisting you.
Oh, Peyton, sorry.
Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Peyton, are you trained in acrobatics?
I am.
All right. This will give you an extra
I'm
+2
actually
bonus.
an expert.
Oh, +4 bonus.
Actually, expert.
You don't need to roll it, Neil.
Oh, so 26.
Yeah, you give a
sorry.
plus. Yeah, you give a +4 bonus. You give a +4 bonus, which of course gives it to a 26. Not quite enough for a crit, but definitely good enough to get it down. Once the plate is behind, that pressure pushes it up and boom, manages to hit, and yeah, that slams against the wall. Yeah, man. And it slams against the outer wall, and the pressure immediately stops. Sindariel, you are soaked as the cascade ceases. Could I get you guys to roll me each a percentage? The lowest percentage is how much of the alcohol was saved. 93% was saved. 58%. Oh, dang. Okay, yeah, you guys actually worked pretty damn quick. Man, you guys were pretty damn quick. So 85% of the alcohol was indeed saved. So that's actually not bad. A sigh of relief comes from Gavin, and the rest of the you can hear the streets kind of cheering and being like, "Yeah, woo, phew, that was lucky." Gavin looks over to Westonson. Peyton says, "Hey, thanks for your help. I really appreciate it. Would have been a lot worse had you guys not been here."
You're going to want to get the blacksmith to do a more permanent patch, but that should hold for the time being. Peyton, go and look on Sindariel. She was knocked about down there.
Yep, I just jump down and go for it.
Yeah, you guys will all make your way out into the streets and stuff like that. As this happens, you're pretty much everyone who helped out, including the other townsfolk and stuff. Everyone's offered a free round. They get basically some beer bottles get passed out and over. The blacksmith eventually shows up, and you hear one guy goes, "Look out, night shift arrived." And he just sort of scowls at that. He scowls at that civilian as he gets to work. Sort of patching it up. Yeah, there's a certain sense of achievement and merriment here. Even though there was a bit of a disaster, the town coming together and stuff. Yeah, everyone's kind of pretty happy. Not full blown party vibes, but yeah, we achieved something. We saved a thing. Look at us go. Aren't we great?
Yeah. I would say Daryl will probably hand her.
Oh, yeah. I was gonna say you guys get handed a beer. Sindariel, as you hand over your beer to Westonson, you can make another will save.
More because Sindariel is currently drenched in this stuff. She doesn't want to smell this stuff anymore.
I'm going off a target number of around 20, so I'll let you decide the actual one.
Well, the DC for stuff at this level should be 19.
Okay, so I drink the first beer, but I hand off the second.
Okay, sure. Another person is very happy to take it.
And I will collapse my private workshop again.
Nice.
But I'll grab some cloth to hand to Sindariel before I collapse it as towels.
All right. being able to dry yourself off and stuff like that. Gavin, again, like I said, he just expresses his heartfelt thanks for helping him with everything.
Haven, do you have a night watch at your at the brewery?
Night watch. No, can't say we do. I mean, not really much call for it. Most of the folk here get beers at reasonable prices, and hey, some people just do work around, and like you can see, they get a beer for free. So no one really, steals our product or anything.
Can I roll a crafting check to see whether or not the damage to the kettle was purposely done or a flaw in the original construction?
Sure.
I was about to ask if there's been a known history of accidents at the brewery.
Good question. Okay, so start with the crafting check to identify any like lasting stuff like damages and things.
1 point short of a crit.
And then Sindariel, make me a. If you want to ask people about it, make a diplomacy check. If you want to just see what you know, make a society check. Or if you've got a local knowledge of like, Sandpoint or whatever, then you can make that too.
I think, but given how long she's been in, she'd try to go for her own history. Apparently, she stayed away from the drink.
All right. It looks as though something struck this, and the construction of the kettle drum thing was actually quite decent, but maybe just over time it hasn't been maintained and things. You think it could easily have been an accident.
Okay.
But it was caused, the like kind of straw that broke the camel's back was some kind of impact.
All right. I'll just keep that to myself and let the people celebrate saving the mead.
Okay. Yeah, celebrations continue, and eventually everyone then, dissipates, goes back out for work. And, the kind of like party vibe kind of quiets down a little bit.
Let's head back to the spot where you're going to go. Westinson, You're going to show us where you lost the night crawler, the night dude.
Yeah, it's actually not too far away. Literally from the brewery, which is over here. You lost him over here.
Okay.
And as we're walking away, I'll mention that he ran down past the clearing between the two buildings, which would be near where the kettle was, and down to where the water mill was.
He did. Actually, you know what? Let me draw the suspect trail. So he apparently went here, underneath the building, and that's where
I lost him.
Where he was lost.
Okay.
Also, super quick, Christina. Welcome in, Christina. Really quickly, last night in our adventure, Westinson, who was sleeping at the local stable, saw someone lurking around at night. He followed him.
Oh, no,
Wait, what?
Sorry.
Anyway.
I don't know.
He was lurking. This person was lurking around at night. Westinson followed and ended up losing their trail. Cinderella identified the individual wearing a beekeeper's outfit, and then followed the next morning to see the path in which this person had disappeared, because people had been talking about how this person was lurking around and skulking in the middle of the night. Westinson went around, and the brewery that they went past, which was the large building here, had damage to one of the drums. Alcohol was being poured out everywhere, and our heroes worked together in order to seal the drum and are continuing their investigation for this Night Stalker guy. So cool. Just wanted to catch you up so that you can feel included, because that's important.
With Sandero right now smelling like the nude town drunk.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, Cinderio was doused, so Cinderio smells like Westonson. And Westonson's actually been cutting back on the alcohol. So there you go.
He's had more to drink than Westonson all day.
Actually, that's a good point. Cinderio, make a fort save.
I'm more worried about the fumes coming off of Sandero attempting him at this point.
You're fine. No. I mean, obviously, when you get waterboarded by that much alcohol, you do drink it. So I mean,
I was waiting for you to say she feels nauseous from just the fumes coming off as well.
I mean, probably a little bit, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so
did you want to hit the river? There's
yeah.
You see a big game around the hills. I'll make note if you haven't watched the Gamers, or sorry, Journey Quest. Watch Journey Quest. The warrior kills the river.
Yeah.
Would Sandero know that the river is least safe to least Duncan? Since
no, very safe. Very safe to Duncan.
Should probably go somewhere quick.
Unless someone donates the $100 secret menu item and drops a master giant on you. Yeah, it'll be it's perfectly safe for you to drink. Honestly, that's just the meanest thing. Yeah. Cinderio, takes off her robes and stuff, puts it off to the side, is just kind of like in her skivvies, and she's like kind of, oh man, I'm just soaked in alcohol. And then this gross, fat, bulbous slime mucus.
And more thing, considering the clothes are drenched in this as well, she'd probably dive in clothes, come up 10 seconds later, just to have everything soaked, get most of the smell off. Yeah, if we were going past the river, she would.
All right. Well, yeah, you are right next to the river, so yes, you can pull off to the side.
Yeah.
All right.
Ironically, that was where all the mead was flowing into, so depending on how lazy the river is, you just come out smelling slightly less of mead.
It depends if we're upriver or down.
Or downriver.
Or
you
They're going both into each other.
So the river is heading southward, if that makes sense.
Yes, we're upriver.
Yeah.
You're good.
Okay. You begin to bathe and, wash off the alcohol and the like. Peyton, Westonson, what are you doing while this is happening? I presume you guys aren't just sitting there watching Cinderio, you fucking weirdos.
No, we're waiting for her to say that she's good so we can then go in.
I'm purposely facing the other direction, keeping my eye on all of the workers to make sure all of them are also facing the opposite direction.
All right, make an intimidation check.
There is a reason why I said she didn't even bother. She just went in full of clothes to Duncan.
Yeah, 27. Yeah, no one's looking. All the workers start to, and then you glare at them, and it's like, oh yeah, well, what? And then there's this moment of just straight out of one of those old horror movies, where you just come up and you flick your hair, and all of your clothes are now see through because they're soaking wet. You kind of come out and your braids have sort of fallen out, lavished over your body as you kind of shake it off. Meanwhile, there's just Peyton just staring.
Glowering. Oh, yeah, Peyton, sorry.
What is Peyton doing?
Glowering.
Probably the same thing, just sitting.
Just comes out of the water, swings his hair.
I'm not looking at her. Oh, yeah.
His clothes clinging to his body.
It's actually
he said he was doing the same thing. I feel, yeah.
I'll do the same thing as Westonson, just keeping an eye out. Just kind of waiting for her to say she's good so that we can kind of investigate.
All right, not a problem. Okay. Having cleared and cleaned the cleaned yourself up, you may continue your investigation. Also, Christina, thank you so much for the $50 donation, you wonderful and amazing bean. I'll tell you what, Christina, before you decide what you want to do with that, let me just have a quick look here. because
It's another marsh creature tag. Just
maybe I'll just throw
Just
the
a
marsh creature.
smaller
in.
marsh creature.
Yes.
No, I'm just seeing if there is a.
The marsh dog.
No. Quiet. If you would
Sorry.
like, I will allow for you, as a choice here, for the $50 donation, if you would like, to throw in a. Not that. A hill giant. I'm in a giant mood. So there you go. It's not quite as strong. It's not quite as strong as the marsh giant, but for the $50 donation, if you want to, you can go with whatever you would like to donate, or you can alternatively use it to summon a hill giant. If you want a boss fight.
Not as powerful,
That's it. There you go.
but it's bigger.
Yeah. I mean, our heroes might be able to handle it. They might not. I mean, who knows? We'll figure it out. But yeah, anyway. Okay. So, you dry yourselves off. The sun is actually quite nice for drying off at this time of year. So, feels good.
All right. Checking around to see if there's any sign of mess, like if someone in the night had messed with anything out of place. I guess I don't know if it's over here, but still, you never know.
Okay. I'm going to get each of you guys to make me a survival check to investigate. And I will be back in 2 shakes.
Gotcha.
I like rolling 10s, apparently.
Good question. Actually, I can tell you right now, with that, you identify exactly what Westonson did yesterday, which is that if you head to the northwest, you will likely find this individual that you're looking for. You do lose the trail around the barracks-ish area, like in the in Sandpoint, which is over here. So that's the barracks there.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is very close to the apiary.
There you go. That's the barracks there.
Yeah.
So that region here is roughly where the trail will lead you. What you guys want to do,
Okay.
you may discuss.
So Weston, you said he was wearing a B outfit, or so Sandariel said you said sounded like he was wearing a B outfit. If he's over there, and the track ends at the barracks here.
Sorry, so completely out of character. I have no idea about the apiary or the beekeepers.
No, but
Are they just beekeepers?
You described it in Sandariel.
I said
Kinda
it sounded
gave a
as though it's
guess.
beekeepers outfit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
would have mentioned the apiary over on that west side of town.
Yeah.
So-
now that we
alright.
follow the tracks up here, we're kind of near there also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the question is whether there's a soldier that picked one of their apiary outfits to mask their identity to do nefarious means,
Someone's trying to
turned-
frame someone.
or alternatively, you've got someone trying to infiltrate the barracks by getting close enough at time, masked as a beekeeper.
I
they're
really want to
right
pull
in
out. Remember the moment where you have knowledge and you're like, "There's no way my character would know that."
Okay.
Westonson is not well honed on the act of beekeeping.
No, but you might at least appreciate the honey that went into fermenting to make some of your mead.
Well, let's check out these beekeepers. We're looking
Okay.
for a tall white guy, clean shaven head, 5 o'clock shadow, talks with him.
We're looking for Walter.
Okay. All right. You make your way towards the beekeeping area.
No, not that Walter.
Actually, I'm gonna give.
Do it.
Okay, so we're gonna do it. Okay, before you head to the beekeeping area, I need everyone
Oh,
to
no.
make me an initiative, please.
Is that not just you rolling initiative in combat tracker?
Sorry, a perception check. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's use that. Let's use that as the initiative as well. Here we go. Hold on.
We might be echoing from your phone, Doug, by the way.
Hello?
Getting,
Oh, it is.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
getting is an echo.
Yep, I will do that in a second. I need to talk softly. Speak softly.
Maybe quietly and carry a big banana.
You probably need to add Peyton back to combat tracker.
Like if I rolled initiative, I think it would just add me in there, wouldn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yep, so you can roll initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Dang it. Well, it's not bad, but yeah. So what's the plan? Are we gonna like what are we gonna do?
Well, we don't know this situation where this thing's
I
going to
know. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Tiptoe through the tubes. I mean, I was thinking about stealthing, but it's like we're kind of already looking around and seeing if we see anything. So
I mean, mechanically, I do want to be at the end of the round.
and always opt to delay.
yeah. Oh, I guess we had the rest, so don't forget about your temp HP either.
But temp HP.
You get temp HP from your pets.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I forgot when I was getting grabbed by the one guys before, I actually forgot that I had the hagfish, so I had a +5 against grab checks. So because you have your bonus skill thing that they give too, so
10 HP for Sandero is Dex plus level.
yeah.
Oh, she did 9 points of damage. Okay. That would have burned through her 10 HP.
Nice.
makes
Okay.
So you're like, I feel fine.
Okay, sorry, my phone is doing weird things.
Mhm.
Maybe it is my internet that's causing problems.
If you tap the screen and go over to the more, you can disconnect the audio from your phone, but it won't pick up on your phone, I think. Or you can mute,
Oh,
or it
actually,
might
no.
just, or you can like mute yourself on there, I think too. So, I'm a strength rogue, okay, Christina. No. But yes, I do forget that I'm a rogue, even though I know I'm a rogue.
Yeah, you're effectively a
But
thug.
yeah,
You're the thug rogue.
I'm a thug who's not a thug. Because I can't effectively be a thug.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's not working, so I'm just going to put that over here.
A thug with a heart. Yeah.
Put my phone so far away that I shouldn't be able to echo.
But I had to do
That's
the
real-
other time.
Yeah, I just realized, Averin, I think you weren't around for the session where we got all the pets. That
No,
was your pet.
but given the notes that I have, the notes that I put in there, I made the assumption that the temp HP would be based off of con.
Yep, con plus level.
Okay.
Yeah.
So with the initiative, now I need to double check this. Stealth check is not going to be great. Okay, you all hear it coming. There is a massive, thunderous footstep. That is too big. One moment.
That is too big.
It's echoing from that corner of the map.
There we go. Brilliant. Okay. Peyton, Sindariel, and Westinson. Okay. You hear a heavy breathing and a labored throw as a giant boulder comes down nearby, smashing some of the roof here, causing it to crack and fall as the rock starts to break down and land nearby. It seems to have come from across the river. There is a voice that calls out, I am Rognar. Rognar Deerbreaker. I come for revenge for my father. The heroes of Sandpoint killed him in cold blood. Now I come to kill all of Sandpoint.
You gonna be able to kill all of Sandpoint.
I slowly turn at this look as the citizens of Sandpoint. I'm like, seriously?
They shake their head like they don't know who this guy is.
All right. I'm gonna.
Are we actually in initiative order now?
Well, I mean, you guys can react first if you guys would like.
Can I? Because we're on the other side of this building that he just dropped a rock on. Can I jump onto the rock onto the building so I can get a better look at him?
Sure.
And Cinderella will shout out to the townspeople to evacuate the area in case there's more rocks incoming, because she doesn't want the townsfolk to get hit.
Yeah, some people will begin to take cover. The militia begins to
Mobilize.
mobilize. Thank you, that's the word. And yeah, head in your direction. Now let me just have a look here. I want to see if I actually have his name. The Hill Giant. No, he doesn't have a name. But he does come from Lake Scotha. Yeah. So he's a hill giant from Lake Scotha. Which is all you know about him. All right. Any other reactions to them taking cover, climbing on the roof? Otherwise, shall we?
We shall.
All right. Cinderil, you're up first.
So after Cinderella has shouted, because tell where this rock came from, she'll head north. I'm guessing she can get onto that pier straight from the road.
Yep, yeah, absolutely.
Which means I think she can get just about there. Let's see. Because that is quite a distance. Oh, yeah. No, that was checking for a range of spells or anything like that. And then she'll try to shout out, because it's quite a distance from over open water. So. Are you sure you're not a few years too late? Most of the heroes have passed on by now.
It was a long walk. I got lost. But I have finally found you, Sandpoint. No more running from me. It's a town.
Like we
It
just found the
doesn't
path that
run.
you said.
Somebody says it's a town. It's not running.
We found the Sandpoint equivalent of the Packland.
You couldn't escape me forever.
It's another enterprise.
In fact, considering especially with the drink and all that earlier, says, "But we're rebranding."
Now Paytown.
It's yes.
he, he turns. He says, "Me, I can't
Other
eat
than-
rebranding, but I'm going to eat your babies." If my if my name isn't Francis, which apparently it is now, I'm Francis the Hill Giant. All right. So you've moved over. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
No, she's basically trying to talk and reason as much
Sure.
as she can reason.
Sure. All right, Peyton, you're up. You're on the roof.
All right. Yep. I just say, I suggest you turn around, friend, unless you lose a couple of toes to some potions.
Okay. Make an intimidation check.
19.
It's gonna be a little bit higher than that, unfortunately. I didn't modify it, but
Hero point! No, I was kidding.
you can hear a point if you like.
Yeah. Why
Yeah.
not?
Your target number is 23.
I rolled the same number.
You did.
Damn it. All I
Um,
needed was an 11.
he says, "My big toe's bigger than you, wee
Yeah,
man."
that's the first to come off. I guess that's
That's
until
one action.
we decide. Yeah, no. You know what? Until he does something, I'm not going to do anything. If he throws another rock, that's when I run in.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. Can I use my last two actions to hold an action to jump off towards the river if he throws a rock at me?
Sure. Make a reflex save.
Okay.
Okay.
31.
With the first rock he throws at you, you jump into the river and avoid the attack. The roof is... Oh, let's find out if he actually would have hit you with that first one. Yep.
Whoa!
And because it's a critical hit, you are still going to take the damage, but it is not going to be a critical hit. It's just going to be a
Okay, that's
regular
fine.
hit. Yeah. I'm going to say you can
At least
lower
I
the
saved
stat.
it from a critical.
I'm trying
That's
to...
still a critical.
I'm trying to not crit you. God damn it.
I always chain to a negative 99 in the attack modifier.
There we go. I got it. Oh, that's a good idea. All right. So, a regular hit of 17 damage as you are struck. You you jump into the water and you splash down. Make an athletics check as you try to swim and catch your bearings.
31.
Okay. 31, you are swimming well. The second attack, he throws another rock. You actually realize at this point, he has a ton of rocks that he literally prepared for this attack.
Oh shit. Guys, he's got more! Oh fuck! Ow!
Why it took him, what, 20 years to get here? He's just constantly rolling tons of boulders with him.
All right, you take 38 damage and another athletics check as one of these massive boulders lands directly on top of you, Peyton.
Ow,
Oh,
22.
that is enough to keep swimming. But it is
Peyton ball.
you are underwater though, so you're not drowning, but you are
Okay.
now underwater because the way it hit you. Give me a number between 1 to 5, please, Peyton, as the large giant hits you.
5.
5. 1, 2,
Ouch.
3, 4, 5. Okay, bludgeoning. Ooh, interesting. Bell ringer. The target is sickened and
Ooh.
stupefied 2 until you are no longer sickened.
Oh, no!
All right, so sickened and stupefied.
Mm.
So yeah, this is pretty much hits you directly on the head. Francis goes, "Ha! No, who's a big toe now?" That's the best he's got. As Francis then like sort of beats on his chest, his last action, he's gonna just like do I do a third attack? I think he's gonna throw a third one just loosely at Cindariel. He's not gonna give it much effort. He's just gonna kind of like huck it. Yeah. So it just kind of like throws and just sort of crashes into the dock a little bit, as it does so. By the way, the bell now has begun to sound for the alert for the militia to mobilize. So they're mobilizing. It'll just take them more than 6 seconds.
Yeah.
Westinson. What
Okay.
does Westinson do?
First, I move to where I have line of sight on him.
Mhm.
And I'm going to use alchemical shot to shoot him with a dread ampule round.
All right, make the shot.
Keep you over there.
The shot flies
I mean,
wide.
I'll be hero pointing.
You'll be hero pointing it? I mean, I guess if you
Yeah.
have to. All right, hero point. Let's see what happens.
There we go.
That will strike as Francis is hit. Oh, you shoot Francis. No one makes Francis
I
bleed his
shoot
own blood.
Sure.
He takes,
he takes-
he takes 7 damage.
And 1 point of mental persistent damage, and he is frightened 1.
Nice.
This is why I don't have a lot of these. They cost most. Well, technically, I'm role playing that they cost a lot of resources to make. But
All right, very well.
You cheater.
Yeah, that doesn't
He has
count.
their own- you have infinity of
No, I'm not allowed to do that, unfortunately, because I have infinite points, but it's still funny.
I
Okay,
know that trick.
so yes, your shot goes off. It's an expensive shot. And is there anything else?
Scared me for a sec.
You just moved and shot?
yeah, because alchemical shot takes 2 actions.
Oh, okay, cool.
So-
Sweet.
Yeah,
All right.
frightened 1 and 1 point or 1 point of mental persistent. Oh, sorry, a die 6 mental persistent damage.
Okay.
I gotta remember how that works.
Me too. Okay. Cindariel, you're up.
So you said so you said Peyton is underwater. Would he still be targetable by healing spells?
Yes, I'd say you'd be able. Hold on. Not from where you are. You'd need to move to at least here to get line of sight.
Yeah.
But yes, you
I was
can target.
expecting I'd need to get line of sight.
But yes,
So
you can
healing
still.
the
Yeah, he's like
ouch.
when I say he's below water, I mean he's like just below water.
Yeah. And it's clear enough that you'd still see.
Yeah,
She'll
yeah.
move up and then she'll give. Have to be kind to Peyton because he's being the stone wall.
Whoa.
42 healing. Damn.
That almost maxed me. Thank you.
All right. So move, and then you use your 2-action heal. The energies of the glowing light of Sarenrae come down like a finger of sunlight upon you, and you feel your wounds beginning to stitch and heal and knit together. As we then go to your turn, your head is still ringing.
All right. So what was it? Staggered or not staggered?
Stupefied and sickened. They're already applied. You're good.
Stupefied a second. Stupefied means wait. So do I still get my 3 actions, or was that stunned?
No, that's stunned. So stupefy is basically penalties
Okay.
to your intelligence, I think, stuff. Now, if I remember correctly, you can get rid of a level of sickened as an action.
We basically use an action to throw up.
Yeah, use an action to throw up.
Okay.
So, you can't get rid of your stupefied until you get rid of your sickened. Let's see. You need to make a fort save against the DC, which is 19. So yeah. So you get a check to retch to remove sickened.
I'm not gonna do it in the water because otherwise they'll run out of air.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I'll probably try to get out of the water first to do that, and then
Sure.
so I have a speed of 30. If I 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If I move to this square right here, would I still be technically kind of next to him?
Sorry, point it again. Do it again.
Is that a swim
There.
speed of 30?
That would be
30
next.
speed.
Yeah, that would be next to him.
Okay. How does swim speed work then? Is that just half my movement, or
half
what?
your movement to if you make a successful athletics check, it's half your movement.
Okay, so 5, 10, 15. I wouldn't be able to get out. If I could do that though, and then 5, 10, 15, 20. I would just get out if I did it. So I'm going to use an action. I only can do this once a day, but I think I need to, if I want to get out of the water, I need to do it. So under the water, I kind of grab my ring and kind of rotate it on my finger, or not my ring, sorry, my wrist. I rotate my wristband, giving me extra speed. It's 10-foot extra speed, and then I will do a athletics check to try and swim 20 since I have a 40 move speed right now.
Okay.
Just
Make an athletics check as you attempt to swim out across the other side. Yep,
20.
easy done. So you got a 40 foot
so I
move
have
speed, which means you can
5,
swim 20 foot.
10, 15, 20, which will get me here.
Yep, and you can climb out easy enough if you want to take a second action to do that.
I thought the movement would have just got me like out, but like maybe I'm just in the water, but above the water then.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Bracelet of dashing. It's a command, so I guess that's 1 action to do that. 2 action to get out, and I will then.
Dashing and daring, courageous and caring. Sorry.
And sorry, sickened is just penalties to everything, right?
Mm-hmm. More or less.
Just like a 1 penalty. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that would make sense to just retch for my other action, just to kind of. Oh my god, then everything I can do will be next
2 actions
turn,
you're retching. Okay, fort save, please.
Oh, it's 2 actions to retch.
No, 1 action to retch, but you've got.
Oh.
It'll only reduce the condition by 1.
It was 2. Okay, sickened 2.
Correct. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. I mean, -1 is better than -2. So you said fort save?
I did indeed.
25.
That will reduce your second condition by 1.
Okay. Oh, and then I just stay there on the beach where he is. Kind of. That's my turn. I'm
Okay.
at least out of the water.
All right. Now I'm gonna ask my chat this: should I do something just like kind of combat-y, or should I do something disrespectful? Combat or disrespectful? Let me know in chat.
Why do you get a fun feeling Pacey's getting a flying lesson?
It could be. How do we feel,
Landing that
people?
gets you.
Disrespectful. I've heard. I'm hearing the disrespectful. Both.
Both?
Something damaging and disrespectful.
Why not both?
All right, disrespectful. All right, cool. All right, so the giant goes, How you like my big toe now, bitch? As he charges at you,
He's gonna kick me.
his big fat rolls run towards you, and yes, indeed, he is going to try and kick you in order to send you flying.
Uh,
With a
Damn.
critical hit,
oh no.
you take 11 points of damage, and you fly. Let's see, how big is he?
Just sent back into the water.
Let's see. What is my range?
Ah.
The range is 120 feet.
What?
No, I'm just thinking about how much he can like throw people.
Oh.
So I'd say 60
Oh.
foot and then 30 foot. So 30 foot back.
Oh shit.
You go into that building. As he kicks you.
Oh, whoa.
He then picks up a rock and he says, quit rocking yourself. And he throws a rock at you.
Oh my god.
So he actually does it with such accuracy that when he kicks you, he throws the rock so that it hits you while you're in midair, and the rock just goes
Does he stub his toe?
and hits you at the same time.
Does he stub his toe? No, I'm just kidding.
He does not stub his toe. His toe is extra strong
Oh.
now. His toe grows like these two big rippling muscles.
It's got its own hands, arms.
Give me a number between
The
1 to
Looney
5.
Tunes is, 2.
1, 2. Okay, here we go.
One for each toe.
1 for each toe.
No, like, yeah, because he's got 2 toes.
Oh, I don't know if that. No, that doesn't really count. Can't really do that with a boulder because you'll die. Oh, this is perfect. And stay down. It's the name of the thing. You are knocked prone and stunned too.
Oh no! So now I'm stunned, staggered, or not staggered.
Oh, you can
what was
stagger
it?
you if you like.
Stupefied.
Stupefied, stunned, stupefied, and well, those two, and second one. Dang it!
Yeah.
Oh no!
Flexing toe muscles. All right. He then takes 1d6 persistent mental damage from the thing. So he takes 4 points of damage. He's like, oh, I got a headache. My brain. Westonson.
Comical value of watching this thing beat up on Peyton is making a very rough decision in Westinson's life.
This is surprised I'm still up.
And you know what he does is he kicks Peyton into the building. He goes, "Take that, Sandpoint." As he destroyed some of the buildings. That's from my father, you fuck. Like, he doesn't actually personify, like, the heroes of Sandpoint as, like, being people. Like, for him, it's just the town of Sandpoint is the
Like,
actual living person that killed his father.
It just fell on him. Like it came out of the sky.
Yeah. Like the Wicked Witch. All right, Westonson, what do you want to do?
I want YouTube to be developed so I can film this and go viral.
Fair.
I'll default to the normal and shoot him.
Okay. That is a solid hit.
For 7.
7 again. It's consistent. You're rolling very consistently today.
I am.
You guys are just dealing all the damage while taking all the hits. It's working.
Yeah.
9 this time.
Oh, 9
You're
damage.
the one that
okay.
wanted his toes.
That's true. That's true. You did want his toes. All right, with
And
2
I will
attacks.
go
Yeah, go on.
use my last action to go defensive and give Sindariel +2 AC.
All right, done and done. With a couple of pot shots taken, the giant now pays attention to Westonson, believing that Peyton is definitely dead. As we then go to
Seems
Cindereal.
legit.
And Peyton's out of line of sight once again. Because he's
Mhm.
in a building.
in a
But
building.
by other buildings.
It's true. You kind of look over there and you're just like, I'm not helping him
Yep.
with the splinters.
So from everyone outside, Cinderella will appear to effectively start praying with her hands cupped in front of her. And you just see effectively almost like a heat haze as she starts to channel power into her hands in front of her. As I will start to cast Inner Radiant Torrent, but it's the 2-round setup.
Okay.
So nothing happens this round.
Okay, but what does it look like?
That's what I said. So she starts to pray in front of hands, and you just see wisps because she's channeling her spiritual
Okay.
energy. So it's like almost a heat haze and focusing
Ah, okay.
heat into her hands.
All right, sweet. I love that. All right, Peyton. Exactly.
Can I? So I have to spend one action basically just pushing the rock off of me. I know it's a huge rock, but I have Titan Wrestler, which means I can shove 2 sizes bigger than me. Can I just push the rock off of me?
Sure.
Because I just gotta roll it and be like, ow! That's my turn.
Yep, that's your turn. You move the rock. You need to make an athletics check though.
Yeah.
Your Titan Wrestler will just lower the DC. I'm not gonna like let you move boulders for free. With a 19, yeah, okay, that'll do it. Cool. All right.
Okay. I'm not just gonna let you move boulders for free.
Yeah, you still made the roll. There you go.
And
All
I
right.
just say that's a lot bigger than a troll.
He throws the boulder at Peyton. No, he doesn't. He looks over and says, "Hey!" over to Westonson.
Oi!
What's your name?
Navander!
He then crouches down and writes something on one of the boulders, and then he throws it at you. All right. As a rock flies across with Navander's name on it and squarely hits you for 15 damage. He then drops a second one.
Ooh.
And with his third action, he will... Oh, no, you know what? He'll have written the name. That's what he'll do. Done. He probably spells Navander wrong. How does he spell Navander? He probably spells it like...
NVR. Or
But he probably writes it. in full.
Nunander. Nunander.
Navander.
Nervander.
Okay. Cool. That is that. We then go to Westonson.
What's your name?
Francis!
Every time I ask.
You write it on a bullet.
God.
I sit there, carve into a bullet and pull out my workshop. This is just where my brain is right now. Ajax? And I shoot him.
All right. Make your attack. Jinx point, reroll it.
Oh,
Oh.
Ha ha ha. Ah, okay, that'll hit.
hit.
All right, that'll hit. Your first bullet flies across and still hits him again. He's like,
For 7.
ow! Where'd it
That's
hit?
for 9.
For 7.
He takes 9 damage. He also takes 3 damage from that persistent mental damage. And another 9
Actually,
damage.
That's actually all three of my rounds because I have to remember I got to reload.
Oh, yes, you do have to reload. Okay.
So it's fire, reload, fire.
All right. He does not like it. He does not approve. Does not approve. As we then go to Cinderial, you hear the sounds of Westinson's gun firing one after the other as the wisps that are around you begin to collate, and the that smoky kind of miragey haze has now reached its full culmination.
Yep. And Daryl herself starts to glow as well with this. She probably doesn't want to be around people. But then she fires off a beam that is 120 feet long.
It
It is effectively that, yes.
Okay. Well,
Yes.
hold on. Let me see if I've got this, because this would just be funny.
I'll drop the save on him anyway.
Yeah.
Hitting them with the flashbang. Or the
Are
Was
you
it
kidding
flash?
me?
oh, you have a crit token. Oh no, that's him or 16.
That's-
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
Oh, can I not? Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go.
the flame beam. Jeez.
Kamehameha! Yeah.
I just zoomed out. Holy shit.
Well, it's 120 foot, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Not quite that long, but
I mean, still out there.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the extra that
There you
doesn't do damage.
Yeah. Fortunately, he managed to dodge it quite nimbly. But for Weston, Cinderella is now glowing and almost radiating a force of heat. Possibly don't stand beside her.
Yeah, that's true. Okay.
Obviously, it's
However,
dry
as you fire the beam of flaming energy, the giant sort of
Yep.
just
He saw it coming.
kind of steps out of the way.
She can't believe that she could miss something that big.
He actually moves pretty quick despite his massive size. And I'm going to use a jinx point.
Oh no.
It is technically force damage, not fire damage, but yeah,
Oh, is it force damage?
it's force damage.
Mm.
It's just her spirit is more fire themed.
Barking. God damn it.
All right.
I got that song in my head. Oh my god.
All right. There is a massive explosion that comes from over here. The trees bend, and the wind begins to rock from that spot as a huge blast of force hits this area. The jinx point will come into play later. As we go to Peyton.
Let's see. I was prone still because I literally couldn't get up. So one action to stand up, one action to retch for my last sickening.
Fort save?
So fort save.
Oh wait, no, you
Oh
can't.
no! There's
Because you're you're only stunned one. So you've stood up and you've retched.
oh, I forgot. It doesn't. I thought it took 2 actions off and not.
No,
one,
it takes
2, and
no,
then
it takes
one
2
the
off,
next
and
one.
then it
Okay.
reduces by 1. Then it takes 1, and then it reduces
Got
to
it.
0.
Okay, so yeah, that's my turn. Just basically standing up and retching.
But you do not clear your retch. Unfortunately,
Oh.
you did not hit the DC.
Oh! Oh no!
All right, Francis.
Okay. I'll be there in a second.
Okay. As that shockwave hits, Francis kind of looks behind him. He now, instead of having boulders, has large trees that he can use for himself. He walks over with one said tree and lays it down and tries to create a makeshift bridge. So he moves over, grabs a tree trunk, and moves back. And as he does so, he begins to drop it. As the large tree begins to fall, it looks as though it may land on both Cinderial and Westinson. But is the tree going to land there? Are our heroes going to get crushed under this arboreal weapon? Or are the heroes going to make it and protect the town from this giant named Francis? Find out next week when we return. Guys, thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. This is my place. This is my face. I'm going to end the stream rather quickly, mostly because I don't want to tempt the gods of Twitch with a long ending. But I will say this. Again, please stay safe. Please stay wonderful. Be kind to each other because why the fuck not? It's like the season for this sort of shit. And until we meet again, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Mwah. Bye, folks.